Man, I feel like some pizza right now. Pizza make you fat if you eat too much of it, but I'm gonna have something this morning, man. Fuck it. I'm gonna have some pizza, bro. Yeah. I just won't be going to the other spot to get pizza, man. But yeah, man. You shouldn't settle, man. Keep pushing for more, man. I think motherfuckers go wrong when they settle, man, and they end up unhappy in the end. You know, I seen motherfuckers for real. They end up getting divorced or they file for divorce. You know, believe it or not, Young Jeezy settled for Jeannie Mai, man. Jeannie Mai was a leftover woman. Believe it or not, I mean, we don't use that term here in the U.S., leftover women. But she was. She was in her late 30s, and he had all that money. He could have went for he could have went for the young, attractive woman. You feel what I'm saying? But no, he settled for her. You know, a female that's past her prime, that's clearly in decline with looks. And he ended up getting a divorce, bro, because he wasn't happy. Settling, that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna fucking like be happy long term if you settle. You feel what I'm saying? You see Leonardo DiCaprio, he keep him young, man. He get him like he want him, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't settling. He don't have to. Nigga got money, man. You know what I'm saying? So I say get the bag, man, and get what you want. Don't be settling for these women that you won't be happy long term with. I'm getting me some pizza right now. I'm on my way to get a sliced pizza, and I need some Gatorade. You feel me? So a lot of motherfuckers just settle. It's all, okay, this is the best that I can do. I can't do any better than this. I can't make this more money. I can't make any more money. I don't have potential. I don't believe in myself. So I might as well go settle for a woman who ain't got no ass. Even though I'm an ass man, and I like women with big asses. I'm a settle with a woman that got a flat booty and just fool myself. You know what I'm saying? Say fuck it. She got a flat booty, who cares? You know, I don't like a big ass anyway. You know, even though I do like a big ass, but fuck it. fucking for her, I'll just settle for her. In the long run, bro, you will not be happy. You're gonna be staring at women with big asses and wishing your woman had a big ass. Nah, you shouldn't settle. Keep pushing for more, man. If you want a woman of a certain caliber, make more money, man. Get the bag so you can get that type of woman, man. That's what you gotta do, man. Make more money, drive a nicer car, get the bag, get rich, and then you'll get the woman that you desire, man. All that settling, man, settling is just for the birds, man. I'm gonna go across the street, man, because it's too goddamn. Taking too goddamn long, I'm hungry. You miss out on a lot of things when you settle, man. You miss out on life. You miss out on things to experience. I have had the best experiences with women with big asses. Don't get me wrong. The females who are slim, that coochie good too, man. I mean, shit. But ain't nothing like a big old fat rump. Feel what I'm saying? What's up with it, Hawkins? Everybody talking about I saw Little 7 in the last video. Food's kicking indoors. Yeah, I saw Little 7. Hey, you guys wasn't supposed to see that. I only showed you because I was drunk. But whatever. You only live once, right? I might as well let you guys see Little 7. You see how cute she is? She's so short and cute. Wait till she's dolled up. And you'll really see her then. You feel me? Let her doll up. I seen her dolled up. I was like, holy fucking cow. Woo! She turned up the heat when she dolled up. She put on makeup and stuff. She turned on the heat. You feel me? But she's so goddamn short. You feel me? Anyway, man, it's settling is just like, you just, man, you missing out on life, man, when you settle, bro. You ever notice women don't settle, man? You feel what I'm saying? Women, they don't have to. They got many options. They don't have to settle. You know what I'm saying? Women would not settle for nothing, bro. So why should men settle? Why we gotta settle? Why we gotta settle for a woman that's below our looks level? A woman would never settle for a man below her looks level unless he got money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're gonna have some pizza right now. I'm hungry. I'm real hungry. I'm just so hungry from last night. I drank too much last night. I got really faded. And my stomach is on growl right now. I can't help it, man. I gotta get something to recover, Women don't settle, bro. All these options out here that women got, bro, they don't have to settle. I think men are forced to settle because it's highly competitive. You know what I'm saying? It's highly competitive out here in this date market. That's why men settle. Men are forced to settle. Yes, 7-Eleven pizza. Yeah. 7-Eleven pizza. I was forced to be with Little Stalker. Sub 5 Stalker. Little Stalker. Sub 5 Stalker. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, what else was around though that was throwing their the coochie around, that was throwing their coochie at me and shit, what I'm saying? Who else was around? You know what I'm saying? So I said, fuck it, she got some nice big old breasts. I'm going in on Sub 5 Stalker. Only because I felt like I was forced to. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got many options, so here's this female. she's basically opening her legs to you. You know, you a man, she got some big old titties, and she did have big old titties. Certified Stalker has some nice breasts, bro. That's what made me try to get down with the get down. You feel what I'm saying? You know. But I settled because I felt like, damn, dating market's so goddamn hard. You know, it's so hard to get coochie, and you know, you gonna go in, man. It's like jail, man. You in jail. The first woman you see gonna look good, cause you ain't have no coochie in a long time. When I was in jail, a lot of them females that was working, you know, as a correctional officer, bro, I was looking at them like they was steak, prime steak. You know what I'm saying? Cause you don't see women too often up in there, you know, in jail. You know what I'm saying? So you settle, man, and you just miss out on a lot of shit, man. Like I said, man, I was with my ex-girlfriend, man, and she had a flat booty, man, and I was missing out on big asses, man, for a long time. I'm like, God damn, this flat booty shit ain't really all that, man. You pound it from the back, what you gonna grab onto, man? When a woman got a nice big rump, bro, you could grab on it while you hit it from the back. You can see it jiggle while you hit it from the back. I mean, just something to hold on to. You know, when she ain't got no booty, bro, it's gonna be harder to bust a nut, and you ain't gonna be able to hit it right. You know what I'm saying? There's no cushion there. If you hit it too hard, you're gonna mess your pelvis up. You feel what I'm saying? You know. Ain't no cushion for the pushing. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no cushion for the pushing. That's how it is, bro. You know, settling is like, okay, I basically don't believe in myself, so I might as well settle for this. I don't think I deserve better. Fuck better. It's all about right now. What can I get right now? Okay, I settle. I marry this woman right here. Or I get into a relationship long term with this woman right here. Even though she's not on my looks level, or even though, you know, she's not what I would like in the body type. You feel what I'm saying? I seen dudes do that. I seen dudes settle with women with flat booties. I'm like, he like a nice curvy butt. You feel what I'm saying? But he said, fuck it, man, I can't get any better. It's highly competitive for women who got hourglass shapes and shit. So I'm gonna say, fuck it. Fuck an hourglass shape. I don't need that. I'm settle with this. For real. Remember, relationships and marriages are long-term commitments. You're gonna be stuck with that person, you know, long-term. You feel what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna be stuck with that person long-term. We're talking about years. You basically gonna be committed for years. So you gotta get everything you want, so you don't feel like you missing out on nothing. So my girlfriend, she got big old titties. I got titties at home. I got a big ass at home. You know, you know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't settle for a woman who had a flat booty or a flat chest or something like that. You know, I didn't settle. You know, I stick to my rules and stuff, man. A lot of guys, they so goddamn horny and desperate that they break all their rules and, you know that's not what they really wanted, and they went with it anyway. You feel what I'm saying? They're like, nah, I don't break no rules no more, man. I did that before, man. That's a woman with a flat behind. Oh no. No. I'm good. Maybe for a few nights if she's good with the head shit, man. But not long term, man. I break up with her quick, man. She ain't. No, I'm good, baby. Break up with her. I'm not gonna do long term, man. I'm not gonna commit. Like, you don't have this, you don't have that. I'm not staying with you for years. Man. Hey, bro.
How are you?
I'm good, man. Let me get 2 slices of pizza.
Which one? Pepperoni?
Give me one of each.
One. Okay. That's it.
That's it, man.
428, buddy.
I don't know why this all bust up like this.
Three, four. Wait for a second.
Thank you, man.
I will go and see you again.
You too, man. Yeah. Yeah, hourglass shape is the standard beauty. That's why it's so hard to get a woman with an hourglass shape. It's standard. A woman's supposed to look like that. A woman is not supposed to have a flat behind. You know what I'm saying? That's called poor genetics and bad genetics. When the booty is flat, it's not fun in the bed, man. She don't look good. You know? You missing out on stuff, man, when you settle, man. I don't know why guys do that. They settle with a fat chick too, man. Some dudes, they settle with fat women. I'm like, don't you know she's gonna get fatter, man? You marry her or get into a long-term relationship with her, she gonna get fatter, man. She gonna put on more weight. I might do. Are you fat? No. Then why you settling, man? I just need something to stick my dick in. I'm struggling to get the women that slim. I'm struggling getting them. I'm like, if you wait it out and get more money, you won't have to settle. You know what I'm saying? Make more money, man, if you can't get the women that you want. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get the bag. I'm trying to get the bag, man. You know what I'm saying? That way I won't have to settle. You know what I'm saying? You miss out on the world, man, when you settle. You miss out on a lot of shit. Let me put this over here, man, because this won't fall. Man, I got seagulls following me everywhere I go. Because I be feeding them and stuff. And they'll follow me anywhere, everywhere. You know? You know, especially settling for a woman that's below your looks level. That woman is below you, man. I seen dudes do that. I seen this one guy that did it. I mean, this one Indian dude that's in Starbucks. The wife got a nice body, but her face is below him in looks. I can see why he got with her. She got a nice body, but her face is the 3. And he a 5 or a 6 in the face. He around average looking, but this woman is below average looking. You know what I'm saying? Just settling for less because it's more convenient. That's what it is. I settle because it's easy to get. It's not that competitive for women like that. I mean, like I said, man, when I was younger, I was with my ex-girlfriend, and it wasn't that competitive to be with her, man, like, because she had a flat booty. You know what I'm saying? If my ex-girlfriend, if my next girlfriend would have had a nice big round rump, we wouldn't have had stayed together for that long. You know what I'm saying? She would have had a better option than me. A lot of guys, they see a flat butt and they're like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to do that long-term shit. You know, yeah, for real, like, you shouldn't settle. If a woman ain't got what I like, I know it's so long term. Look how Self-Five Stalker was, bro. Look how flat her booty was. Okay, these type of women, the fence is not that tall to jump over. You know what I'm saying? The fence is easy to jump over to get those type of women. The women with no figures, the women who are super skinny with no booty. That's easy to get. Even if she got big breasts, it don't matter. She ain't got that hourglass shape. I know those women are easy to get. Well, women want everything. They want you to be better looking than them on a higher looks level and everything. That's why they always try to shoot for guys who are better looking than them. What's up with it, Sean Breezy? You know. Yeah, most guys settle because they don't want to compete with other men. Yeah, it's hard because, like, the more desirable she is, you know, the harder it is to get her. The more competitive it is. That's the reason why I didn't keep Gwen for a long time. Chad Brown was lurking somewhere in the background. Too goddamn competitive, man. And this is before social media. You know? Fuck all that, bro. The thing is to get your money up. That way, you can always have access to these type of women, man. Us average dudes, we ain't got them looks like that to attract what we really want. You feel me? You know? That's why you work out, man, so you can have a better chance of getting, you know, what you want. It's like nowadays, you can't get a woman with a good body if you got one. Well, that's how competitive it is, man. If you work out, if you got a six-pack, it's hard to find a woman that works out and that has a six-pack like you. Basically, your mirror match, your face match. You feel me? Like, I can't find my face match for nothing in the world, bro. My face match thinks they better than me. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was working out, I remember it was super hard, bro. It was like, even when I was working out, it was super hard to find women that worked out like me and their body shape in shape like me. You know, here I am with a six-pack, and all there is available are women that are fat, out of shape. You know, man, them seagulls, they follow me everywhere I go. I be feeding them and shit. I got seagulls, every seagull in the fucking goddamn city following me around. When you got food, they'll follow you, man. Especially if you feed them on a regular. That guy is. The one with the blue hat. Get him. He got food on him. For real. I do that on my spare time, man. It's kind of fun to feed the seagulls. You know, I don't want nobody to go hungry, man. Not even seagulls. You feel what I'm saying? You know, when they see me, they light up. They're like, oh my God, it's him. I feed them in the same spot. All I gotta do is wait there for about 10 minutes and they'll come around, the seagulls. They got good memories, man. They know who you are. You are the food man. You are the food man. You know, like I said, man, settling, man, it's something like that a lot of guys do, man, because I give up. I can't get nothing better than this. I can't get a woman that's even on my looks level nowadays. Like, if you're a guy that's a 6 or a 7, good luck getting another 6 or a 7, man. You feel what I'm saying? Good luck. A lot of guys got to date down to get sex on the regular. And I find it a lot easier to get women that are like below average looking. It's a lot easier to get them versus who are on your looks level. Yo, the women who are on your looks level, they don't have to take your bullshit. They got options. A woman that's a 5 or a 6 nowadays got options. And you a 5 or a 6, you got very little options. You know what I'm saying? It's harder for men to find sex than women. Women can find sex easier, man. You feel me? You know, they can find easy, man. Like this woman at the gas station, she in a relationship and she's a 5 in looks. You feel what I'm saying? She ain't really all that. You know what I'm saying? A woman around my looks level, around a 5 or a 6, because that's what I believe I am. I'm average. I can't be a Chad or a Tyrone, and I'm not sub 5. So I'm average. For me to find an average woman is nearly impossible. Because you got men who got their shit together that are average wanting them too. You feel what I'm saying? Dudes who making 200 grand, 300 grand and shit like that. Highly competitive for an average woman nowadays. So dudes settle. They're like, fuck that. Might as well keep on dating these low-level women. It's a lot easier to get sex that way. That's what they told me back in the day. They said, man, you want access to women. If you want access to sex on the regular, you gotta date below you. And I found it easier, like the fat chick that I dated before the pandemic or in the beginning of the pandemic. A lot easier to get her. She wasn't even on my, not even close. She was not on my looks level. She was fat and she didn't have a face. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I can see like fat women, they got pretty faces and stuff like that. You know, you can kind of deal with them. But she was fat and she didn't have a face. Just sub 5 all the way around. And her breath stink. Man, because she had them braces, man. Them braces were making her breath stink. I don't think she was cleaning them on the regular. But it's a lot easier to get them. And you get access to sex easier that way when you date below you. And so dudes say, fuck it, man. You know, I'm better looking than her. You know, I might as well go with this. You know what I'm saying? You know. And just like, you know, Sean Breezy said, man, the reason why men settle because they don't want to compete with other men. They want to get the low-hanging fruit. Nobody's really competing that hard for low-hanging fruit. You feel me? Low-hanging fruit, you just walk up and get it, man. Instead of trying to get to the ones at the top, you're competing for the ones at the top. He said, fuck it, I'm good with the low-hanging fruit. I'm good. That's why you see a lot of black men walking around with sub 5 non-black women. Easy to get to, man. It's easy to get to it. It's like Friday. Remember next Friday? You know what I'm saying? With Day Day and was it Baby D? When she was chasing Day Day around the car, he had that cookie. He was like, yeah, here's a cookie for you. Ain't no goddamn wrapper on it or nothing. You can get to it easy. That's how it is. And she did. She picked it up and she ate it because it was easy to get to. It's in human nature to like pick the path with the least resistance. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go out dating and I'm broke, I got settled for fat women and women who are very skinny and sub 5 because I ain't got no money. And these women they make it easy for you to lay down with them. They make it easy. They open their legs like right away. Like sub 5 soccer, she opened up her legs like right away because I was better looking than her, bro. She even called me handsome while we was getting it on or trying to get it on. Cause I was trying to put my dick in, it didn't work. And she was like handsome. I'm like, yeah, I'm handsome to you, Miss Sub 5. You know, maybe, you know, to little 7, I'm probably average looking. You know, but but to you, as a sub 5 female, I'm handsome to you. And I can see why you single. She's sub 5 and she hella skinny. You know what I'm saying? So men settle because like Sean said, man, they don't want to compete. It's too competitive for them prettier women, man. The prettier she is, the more competitive it is. The more she's higher in the ranks, man, her sexual market value, if that's high, man, you're gonna have a hard time either getting her or keeping her. Because dudes are hitting on that left and right. That's why, what's her name? Gwen was so hard to keep for me. Because them dudes out there, they're like vultures, bro. Like, you know, one slip up and she could walk away from you, man, because she got so many options. She got dudes hitting on her all the time, wanting to steal her away and shit. Like this one chick that I've been like on and off talking to that works in a coffee shop. She got a nice big round bottom, man, but she got a husband at home. And I could tell she's interested in me by the way she looks at me. She's an average looking female, maybe around a 5 or a 6 or something like that. But she got a big behind. Let me tell you, if I had my money together, I probably would steal her from him. But she's in her 30s. I wouldn't steal her for very long, but I would want to hit it, man. I didn't care whether she was married or not. I probably would have got it by now if I had my money together. You feel what I'm saying? You know, if I had my bread together, I probably got that already. But I had visions of stealing her away from that motherfucker. That's how competitive it is, bro. Even if you marry a woman, you can still got the possibility of your woman getting stolen if she's desired enough, if she's hot enough. You know what I'm saying? Got that big old booty. A lot of dudes gonna be checking for that. You know what I'm saying? She got a flat butt. A lot of guys will say no to that. They'll be like, oh no, I'm checking for the ones with the big rumps. She ain't got what I like. I skip past this. And that's why it's so competitive. I mean, that's why it's so non-competitive for women with flat butts. For women who are not that desirable, she's a 3 or 4 or whatever in looks. Easy to get to, easy. She's a 6 or a 7, man, you're gonna have a hard time. Like little 7, I won't be able to keep her very long. Even if we did get together, without money, I won't be able to keep her around, man. That's why Diddy was so held on, he was so hell-bent on keeping them females around with money. All them females said, well, you know, the reason why I stayed with Diddy is because of the money. He was paying all of my bills. You know, that's why I stayed so long. That's why Cassie stayed around. The man had money, bro. Stupid bread. And the money kept coming in and coming in and coming in. And by the boatloads. Diddy was making money by the boatloads, bro. Women was around, okay? That's why I say you get the bag, bro. The female will be around. No matter what you look like, females will be around. Because women love money, man. They like to be pampered and shit. You know? So that's why I say get the bag so you don't have to settle, man. A man who settles is he's less than, bro. He's a lesser man. He basically let society cause him to settle. Society push him to settle. Because look, when you out here, you broke, you ain't got many options, you're forced to settle because goddamn, you gotta get laid somehow. You know, just like when I was out there dating and I was up on the fat chick, where's my other options at? I prefer women, you know, that was thick, not fat. I don't prefer that. That's why the dick didn't work with her either. I was laying in the bed the second time, we rented a hotel because she had some money, man. That fat chick had money. She had a really good job. She had connections with the hotels. That's why we was able to stay there for free. And the type of hotels that had breakfast in the morning and shit like that, you know, she had them connections. And I was with it, man. I was like, fuck. But my little dick wouldn't work. Not my little dick, what am I saying? because I'm about at least 7 or 8 inches. The little head didn't work, man. You know, in the bedroom with her, because that's not what I'm attracted to. You feel what I'm saying? If she had a nice big round bottom, even if she had a sub-5 face, my dick would stand up. Now her bottom wasn't big, man. She was fat all over, bro. You know, did she have titties? I don't remember. But she didn't have a big round butt, you know what I'm saying?
Wait.
She was fat while being fat at the same time. Flat while being fat at the same time. You feel me? So that's not what I'm normally attracted to, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's why, you know, Chaz and Tyrone, if you put them in the room with a sub-5 female, they won't get aroused. They'll be like, no, this is not what I'm used to. I'm used to Stacy's. I'm used to women who are top tier. It's not gonna work with a female that look like sub-5 stalker. Nah, he'll skip over that. He picky with that. But Chaz and Tyrone, they got access to top tier women, bro. And if you see a Chad or a Tyrone with an average woman, he won't be with her for very long. He gonna toy with that because he's used to being with Stacy's and shit, as the incels say, right? The incels, they call top tier women Stacy's, okay? He gonna play with that. He gonna be like, nah, she's about average looking. I let her suck my dick. I hit it one time and pass it. Because he got other options that are better than her, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like me, when I was dating down out there, bro, I didn't care if they walked away, bro. Like, you are below me. I'm a toy with you. And then toss you to the side like you ain't nothing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna toss you to the side like an empty potato chip bag. You feel what I'm saying? After I get done eating the contents out of the the potato chip bag, I'm gonna toss you to the side because I ain't got no more use for you. You're gone. You finished. You know? That's why sub-5 stalker was upset. How dare he try to enter my vagina and then toss me to the side? Like, bitch, yeah, because you below me, and I've been with women who are better looking than you. You know what I'm saying? And shit, that bitch tried to make my life a living hell after that. Called the cops on me, mad at me, because I wouldn't sleep with her no more. Women gotta understand, when you're trying to get a man above your looks level, it's gonna be hard to keep that dude. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna wanna take you out. Now, women who I found attractive, I took them out. I took them out to dinners and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like they were attractive and I was attracted to them. They was attracted to me, and I took them out. But the women I was attracted to, man, I kept it behind closed doors, man. And they were just happy just to sleep with me, man. Because they ain't never had a man on my level before. They're just happy to have you around to fuck them all the time. Because it's hard for them to like get a guy that's on your level, looks-wise. And a lot of guys ain't gonna settle, man. I never wanted to settle, man. Like, even when I was coming up, I never wanted to settle. If one was below me in looks, I ain't settling that, man. Keep cute. If you got a big old rump, like I said, if you got a big old rump, man, I'll behind closed doors. But we're not going to the movies. No, we're not settling. No. And that means you settling. You're taking her out to a movie or a restaurant or something like that. That means you settling, man. You're interested in her. You feel what I'm saying? She's on your looks level. Or she's above your looks level. You feel what I'm saying? She got something that you're attracted to. Not something that you got to settle for. A lot of guys, they settle for women who are below them. I'm like, bro, you missing out, bro. At least get your face matched, bro. It's hard to get that. That's why incels nowadays are incels, because these sub-5 women are actually getting guys who are average looking. And then that's why it's hard for me to get an average woman, because you got dudes who are slightly above average checking for them and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, man. Everybody eating off their plate. You know, everybody's eating off each other's plate and shit. Like me, I was eating off an incel's plate when I was fucking with sub-5 stalker. I was eating off an incel's plate, bro. She's supposed to be with a sub-5 man. She ain't supposed to be a guy that, with me, that's average. She ain't supposed to be that with an average man. She's supposed to be dating her face match on her looks level. But some of these women are narcissists, and they think they deserve men who are better looking than them. Men who are above their looks level. And she was a narcissist, bro. Sub 5 Stalker was definitely a narcissist, and she was self-centered. And when things didn't go her way, man, she tried to make your life a living hell, man. That's how Diddy girls was. Cassie, she was probably self-centered, probably been treated like a princess her whole entire life, and she couldn't stand, Diddy telling her what to do and shit, and treating her like a rag doll. You know what I'm saying? That's why he had problems with Cassie, because Cassie, I know how beautiful. I know how beautiful women think. I'm a princess. You're supposed to be treating me like a princess, not like a fucking rag doll. How dare you do that to me? How dare? Who are you? Who are you to be telling me this? Who the fucking, and they got that princess attitude, or that princess mentality, and they get slapped up. That's the reason why Diddy was beating her, because she would not submit to him, because he's above her looks level, bro. Diddy wasn't. Diddy's an average looking dude. He's average with super close eyes together. But the dude's average looking. Cassie is above average. So she felt like she was above him, even though he had millions and millions of dollars. She still could not submit to a guy that was below her looks level. You see, when she got with Chad, she probably submitting to him because they're similar. They're on similar level. You know what I'm saying, looks wise. So they live happily ever after. For what I'm saying? Yeah, Arabic Chad friend was eating off your plate. Yeah, he was. I remember. He was fucking average women with big booties, bro. He only fuck with the women with the big asses. If she ain't got enough ass, he won't fuck with her, because he got options. The Arabic Chad friend, he had options. He had to settle with a woman who had, no booty, or even a medium-sized booty. He only fucked with women with big asses, and that's why it was hard for me to get laid, because I kept seeing him fucking average-looking women and shit with nice bodies. So his factor was the booty. He wanted the big booty. He wanted the ones with the big butt. He was addicted to women with big butts, and he got them. And that's why he was making it hard for me, man. I got this average woman saying no to me and saying yes to him. I remember that happening to me. I think he was messing around with her or something. Some female I met at the bar. I was trying to get to her, and I didn't know she was talking to my Arabic Chad friend. Next thing you know, I'm hearing stories of her coming over and getting fucked by my Arabic Chad friend. So I was like, oh, that's why she didn't want me. She wanted the Chad. She wanted the Arabic Chad. That's why. But this woman is plainly average looking. She ain't nothing special. She's not beautiful. She just got a big behind. That's about it. I'm telling you, even though she got a big behind, man, it don't make her beautiful, bro. She got to be beautiful all over, bro, not just the behind. And I was like, damn, yeah. I was wondering why once these women get a taste of Chad, it's pretty much a wrap, because that's all they're gonna want. That's why women are so goddamn picky and won't stay with you for very long, because Chad is coming down and eating off your plate too. A 6, Chad would play with that for a little bit. If she got a big old butt, yeah, he gonna fuck. That's why you see a lot of like women with men above their looks level. You feel what I'm saying? That's why it's so hard for the average man to get an average woman, because of Chad and Tyrone. They get a taste of Chad and Tyrone. They ain't gonna want the average man no more. That loud ass fucking bike, man. They ain't gonna want the average man no more. That's why it's hard for the average man. That's why I say you get the bag. You could defeat Chad, man. Chad and Tyrone, you can defeat them because you got resources, you got money. Diddy was able to get Cassie because, with his average looks, because he had money. And these women, they desire Chad and Tyrone the most. But when you got money, like, they don't even see Chad and Tyrone. You see how you see how Cassie left? Cassie left. And the first thing she did was run into the arms of Chad, okay? She ran into the arms of Chad, or somebody who she really was attracted to. She wasn't there just for his money. And Chad had less money and everything. He was a fitness instructor, you know what I'm saying? So, but Diddy had her already. He already toyed with her, played with her, you know what I'm saying, and let her go. Now it's all come back to haunt him now, All the stuff that he did in the past has come back to haunt him. It was only a matter of time before that happened. Especially if he wasn't giving her money, I would still, myself, if it was me, even though she was with Chad, I still would have been giving her money to keep her mouth shut. That's just me, man. Especially if she threatened to do it, I'd be like, okay, you got me. How much you need? 30 million. Okay, let's settle for, I'll give you 20 million and you leave me the fuck alone. That's all he had to do, bro. He didn't have to go to jail. He didn't have to be eating jail food and shit like that. He don't have to be up in the court. All he had to do was pay Cassie to keep her fucking mouth shut. He had a big ego, so it wasn't registering in his head, man. He wasn't thinking, this girl got a lot of dirt on me. I gotta keep her mouth shut. It's nothing for me to break off 20 million, man, and give it to her. That's nothing, bro. That's a drop in the bucket for me. I got millions coming in. I got endorsements. I got investments. I can't fuck all that up over my big ego. And that's what happened. He had a big ego, and they fucked up everything for him, man. That's why you always got to remain humble. Even if you got a lot of money, you still have to have a humble attitude, man, because it can catch up to you, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess he had so much money, he thought he couldn't afford to be humble. Or he you know what I'm saying? But you gotta have a humble attitude, man. You can't be thinking you're better than everybody, and you know what I'm saying? Because it could all come crashing down on you. You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta, get the money, man. And like I said, back to what I was saying about settling, man. You gotta get the money so you don't have to settle. Society will force you to settle. If you're going through droughts, you're struggling, you're gonna settle. I'm tired of having droughts, bro. I'm keeping this one. That's what happened to me when I was dealing with a Thai girl, man. I got tired of the droughts, man. I got connected. I got emotionally involved with her very quickly. Just me busting nuts inside her coochie, giving her my cum juice. It was built. I was bonding with her, and it kind of made me mad that she walked off with some sub-5 dude who had money. You feel what I'm saying? We wasn't boyfriend and girlfriend. We wasn't an item yet. But the fact that the other guy had more money than I did, I was just better looking than him and younger. He was 10 years older than me. I was like 37 years old, man. I was trying to keep her around because I was tired. You get tired of the droughts, man. So I was like, man, I'm letting loose in this coochie. I ain't coming. I ain't gonna let her go. The Thai girl had a huge ass. It was nice. Man, she had a big rump like I like it, man. And she was letting me fuck with no condom on and stuff like that. That's how I know a female is attracted to you. She don't want to wear nothing. That's how you know. You want to figure out if a female is really feeling you? Condom. let her like, just say, you know what, I don't want to use no condom. She'll be like, okay, no condoms, because she's that attracted to you. Especially if you got a 6-pack and you in shape, they ain't gonna want to use no condom. I noticed that, man. I noticed that. You in shape, you got a 6-pack, your stomach is flat, rippled up, shredded up, and they ain't gonna no condom on him. That's the same thing we think about when we look at like women like Nicki Minaj or what's her name? What's that girl name that flopped? Some guy was in the comment section in her video or her post or whatever. I think, what's her name? Shit, I'm still drunk from last night. What's her goddamn name? Was it what was that girl's name, man? The Hispanic chick with the big booty that just flopped, and you know, just recently. I can't think of her name. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, a woman look good enough, you ain't gonna want to wear no condom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I gotta go, man. You guys have a good day. I'm still drunk from last night, guys. I'm sorry. I'm still drunk. That's why you got me rambling on, talking shit. You know. Anyway, you guys have a good day. I'm out, man. I'm gone.